A death midwife is a person who is a bridge between the medical industry and the funeral home industry. So what we do is we're kind of the middleman that helps take things into perspective and assists families as well as the person going through the transition itself. A death midwife is somebody who will, I would want to say, take all aspects of funeral planning, take all aspects of the disposition of the body, and take the aspects of caring for the loved one while they're passing or everything else into, one lump job. And there's a lot of things that we do for an individual, but our main purpose and main goal is basically to be a bridge between those two industries for the families and be advocates. We will not only help you prepare all the documents that are required, help you mitigate what is needed, what isn't, and transpire what is law, what you can and can't do. But there has been a couple of times where, yes, it is sudden, and yes, I am on call. When I'm on call, it's usually for the individuals who are in the hospice program. And with that, it can be at any time throughout the day or night. So it does happen, and we even have our own bags. I have a bag at home, that it basically is my on-call bag, and I just grab it. It is ready to go for any moment. And sitting vigil is literally sitting with the person as they're actively dying, or if they're not actively dying, sitting vigil is literally just being there, reading. The person is unconscious or not, or non-responsive, but the family member just needs to step out. Maybe they need to run an errand or two, or maybe they just need to do some self-care themselves. It will be at their home, and yes, it can be at the hospital. Yes, it can be in their hospice room. It can be in an assisted living place. It's wherever that person happens to be. There is no specific, we don't have a specific place, but predominantly it's going to be in either their homes, because they've chosen to be at home with hospice, or in the living care facilities is going to be predominant. A lot of people forget that this is how it actually was done for thousands of years. And in just a short couple of decades, really, just a short couple of decades, we have lost our ability to compassionately go through this process and actually feel this process. I believe sometimes it's become too clinical and too just clinical and kind of mainstream. And as a death midwife, we want to bring this back. We want to go back to, bringing it into the home. If you certainly can. And with North Dakota laws, you absolutely can have a home funeral. As a death midwife, it's our goal to just let you know there are choices involved. And you don't have to go to a funeral home if you don't want to. But if you do, we're there to help advocate for you. I am seeing definitely more of a trend to actually have this conversation. 3 years ago, there was no one that would talk about this. There would be no one that would talk about an alternative. And so it's grown from basically, I had just one for the year 3 years ago, to now I'll have 12. And what's growing about it is people are now starting to learn that there are other avenues, there are other options.